Here is everything I wish I knew 3 years ago. Zero scripts prepared, just honest and raw. Just how I like it. But first, let's put the top down. And a Red Bull. Today was a bit of a mental day, a load of stress, but a very successful one for business. Let's just go on an evening drive and just talk. Whew. So I first started my entrepreneur journey, or whatever the fuck you'd like to call it, 4 years ago. And over them 4 years, I have made a lot of fucking mistakes. Some that has stunted my progression in business for months on end, with no fucking idea on how to fix it. The first mistake I made, that I didn't just make once, I made multiple times, was every single person that ever showed interest in helping me, I took their advice on. Now this isn't in a way of never take people's advice on, but in business, nobody helps you for free, I promise you. Everybody plays the character as if they want to help you really bad and it's for completely free and they play Mr. Nice Guy, but they always want something in return. And oftentimes these people are the same people that will sell you the dream, make it sound like whatever your goals may be are super easily attained, and they'll sell you that dream. And see, the thing is, this opportunity that they're giving you is never free. And oftentimes when you're at a stage where you're just starting out, it's easy to get manipulated into, this guy knows what he's talking about and I have no money, I'm broke because of this reason, so I'm just gonna give him my money and listen to him or her. And in this situation, the person that you're speaking to that's providing you all this information holds all of the power, which oftentimes involves you spending a lot of money out of your savings on their education that they're going to provide you. I promise you that every single person in this industry, whether it may be fitness coaching, which is my personal niche, or whatever type of industry you're going into right now, day trading, e-commerce, whatever it may be, you can get started by yourself. We're in a day and age right now where we have YouTube and all these free educational systems at the tip of our finger. Before you have utilized every single one of them and implemented it, should you never, ever, ever go and make a further investment just to skip corners. In my opinion, so much can be achieved by yourself. So from now on, I want you to remember anybody that messages you and say, hey bro, I would love to try help you out, or they seem really nice. And some people are really, really good at messaging and they'll make themselves seem like your friend and they'll say, hey bro, like I love this picture on your profile, dude, you look fire as fuck. Out of curiosity, like what do you ask your barber for when you're getting your hair cut and shit like that? And in your head, someone that's not exposed to this, I suppose, niceness in the industry, and they just think they're being genuine, which is fair. I mean, I love your innocence, but in this scenario, these guys are only trying to build trust with you so they can further sell you a product. So I assure you that whatever you're trying to achieve right now, whether that may be your first 1-2K a month, you can do it by yourself if you've truly got the work ethic to do so. Of course, if you do feel like at a later stage that you need a mentor for more accountability or maybe further education, that's of course allowed. But under no circumstances should you let yourself get manipulated to thinking that having a mentor straight off the bat is a must. Which takes me on to my second big life lesson. In business, you cannot be greedy, and it will come to bite you in the ass at a later point. It's easy to have these goals of 10 to 20K months and constantly so focused on achieving this number. But once you do get there, you'll get very complacent and attached to this number. And you'll forget the whole purpose as to why you wanted to achieve it in the first place. Whether that may be financial freedom, being able to help your friends or family or your loved ones. And when getting to this point, you need to ensure that you're able to grow with the business instead of growing in the business. Now, what the fuck do I mean by that? I've spoken to so many coaches that have been stuck in a one-man army of achieving 40, 50K months, which, don't get me wrong, is tremendous, but they have no life. Therefore, the whole reason why they wanted to achieve these financial goals in the first place has gone out the window, just to have an extra quick buck in your account. What I mean by growing with your business is every single financial goal that you achieve is obviously bringing on more and more fulfillment. Let's take a fitness coach for an example. If you sign up 30 clients this month and you make an incredible financial goal being hit, are you going to coach all these 30 people by yourself and be solely responsible for all of the fulfillment? If that is the case, how long do you think that will last before you hit burnout? So you need to create a business that's sustainable long term, that you can hit these consistent big financial goals every single month rather than only 2 months a year, because that's the mistake that everybody makes. So the first hires that you should always make, whatever doesn't involve your face, whatever doesn't involve your voice, in my opinion, when you hit a financial goal, you should not be included in. For an example, video editing. I get it, video editing is fun, it's sometimes creative. or you don't enjoy it and you're a stingy bastard. This is the first thing you want to get out of, because it's the thing that takes the most time. It's also the thing that's the easiest skill to master, and it's also the thing that's the cheapest to replace. You can get a video editor on apps like Fiverr, for an example, for literally like $5 per short video. And if you're in communication with somebody and their work is good, you might be even able to come up with some sort of agreement together to do a larger batch of videos to guarantee the editor more work, so more income at a later stage. And also you benefit from it too, because, well, it's cheaper. And then the next thing that you should hire is things like an appointment setter, because yet again, something that doesn't involve your face or your voice, easiest skill to craft, and this actually costs 0% upfront, meaning you could bring 10 setters into your business tomorrow and it wouldn't cost you a single dime, because generally these guys will work only commission. In this scenario, they only get paid when you get paid, so it's a no-brainer. And when you allow the business to grow with you, this will bring you to a point where you're able to achieve these large financial income goals, but far more importantly, maintain a lifestyle that you enjoy living. This is a mistake that I previously used, and this is a mistake that previously happened to me too. I had like 150 clients at one stage, all managing them by myself. And it came to a point where all of my workload was being put in the business instead of on the business. Meaning it got to a point where no sales calls were being taken, no lead generation tactics were being put into place, and no content was being created. Meaning my financial goals went from making like 40K a month to boom, 10K a month, because it's monthly recurring revenue. And the biggest thing that I learned is when I switched my mindset into being so greedy off profits and started hiring good staff members, I got to a point where I was able to keep growing whilst doing the same workload. At the time that I was still in the fitness business, we're doing over 6 figures a month, and my workload is no different than what we were doing at 50K per month. I take the same amount of sales calls every single day. I go to bed at the same time every night. I wake up in the morning the same time every day. My calendar looks no different. I still have time to bring my dog for a walk. I still have time to go to the gym. I still have time to train martial arts. Nothing fucking changed. And this is exactly how it should be. Which brings me on to my third point. In my opinion, the most important one, and the one that I suffered with the most, is don't let your business consume you. It's very easy to get caught up in work mode and just constantly work 15 hours every single day. I still let my workload consume me. I still convince myself I'm not doing enough, and I still work my heart out every single day. And this is a good trait that you have, and if this is something you're going through right now, this is not a bad thing. And it's the only reason why you're actually watching this video in the first place, because you're constantly hungry of achieving more. But something that's so important to protect, which is the only reason you're here, is this. You don't want to get to a point where you're damaging yourself mentally by fatiguing yourself. And it's very fucking easy to let yourself get there. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to look at your calendar and I want you to ask yourself honestly, is this the life you enjoy? If it's a yes and you've convinced yourself that it is, fair enough. But then ask yourself, is this a calendar that you wanted to look like in 20 years time? And if that answer is no, it's not sustainable long term. And to be honest, it could only affect your business long term. Because if you work so hard now, but then reach a point of failure, which did to me, because when you work so hard day in, day out for, let's just say, a year straight, and then something switches and a hard point to your life comes up where maybe some family matters or something happen, and your priorities get all messed up when you're in such a routine of prioritizing work over everything else, to a point where you actually just mentally give up. This happened to me too. Since that day, I've always made sure I prioritized adding things into my calendar that I actually enjoyed. Like I tipped on earlier, things like martial arts, things like bringing my dog for a walk, spending time with my partner. And to give you guys some examples of what a successful calendar looks like, is you should wake up every single day and do the thing that benefits your business the most, even if it's the things that you don't enjoy. For me, the thing that I probably don't enjoy the most, but something I know that is so crucial for my business's success, is tracking stats. Nobody likes tracking stats. Things like total calls booked, total messages sent, the total amount of show up rate, how much your monthly recurring revenue is, what's the churn rate of all your clients, what's the success rate. There's so much different things that you can track on a daily basis that will give you so much clarity within your business and confidence on how you're gonna reach that next step in your business. And if you ignore these key things, it's easy to fall behind and not get the success you want, and almost feel in a rut as if you don't know what to do next. So the first thing you do every single day is the thing that's so important that you may not like doing but involves the most brain power. Get it out of the way of your day. but also allow you to do it at the top quality. Things like coming up with content ideas. Do not let your fucking business consume you, because it will chew you up and spit you back out in a heartbeat. And that's when you rethink the whole thing, is this even worth it? So instead, don't leave your 9 to 5 to create yourself another job. You need to create yourself a business that runs without you at a later stage. And this is the only way you can make this possible. And if you guys want to see more content like that daily, be sure you hit the subscribe button and drop a comment below which was your favorite pointer. That being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Woohoo! I nearly lost my wheels there. Shit.
Yeah, I got it from T.
I'm begging that more, but better than never. Been working like I ain't got no food in my motherfucking boat.